Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video. Hello there everybody, and welcome back on in to the channel here for a brand new one. Well, here on the channel. And in today's one, I wanted to discuss some kind of big Ninjago news. If anything, it's more of a rumour than it is an actual piece of new information, but still, regardless, there is an actual pretty high chance that this could be completely legitimate, and this all surrounds another huge aspect of the Ninjago season, the up-and-coming one that we've been calling United for the past few months, as there really hasn't been anything else to call it. So that was kind of like the placeholder name we had, based on a few earlier leaks. We were just going off of what we already knew and were calling it United. Never really imagined that it would actually be called that. I mean, maybe at one point I did, but as we move forward, it just became more of a placeholder, and I completely accepted the fact that it probably wouldn't be called that in all honesty. But yeah, the reason I'm bringing that up is because this video does all relate to the actual season name. And this comes from some official piece of Ninjago information that was released just a few days ago with the new countdown. And on that particular countdown page, you may already remember the fact that on that page, it said something along the lines of New Ninjago rising in, and then it inserted the amount of days in whatever specific country / region you were currently living in. It based it off of that, and it showed you how many days there would be left until the new Ninjago season and series actually releases in, you know, whatever part of the world you happen to live in. Now, the key word there is rising. So it said that the new Ninjago season was rising, right? Now, at first, I didn't really think anything of that, because it's just saying, in other words, that the new Ninjago season is coming soon. And that's kind of it. They just paraphrased it a little bit there and are saying that the new season is rising. You know, I don't really need to go into too in-depth with this, because it's just going to make things even more confusing. But I'm going to assume that you guys already do understand where I'm coming from with this. It's just a different way of saying that the new Ninjago season is coming, right? That is it. That's all I'm going to say on that. That is it. But people in and around the community seemed to believe that this actually was the new season title, and by that I mean Rising. They thought that the new Ninjago season is going to be called Rising. Now, when I saw this, I completely went against it. And I say that just because of the fact that it would grammatically make absolutely zero sense. New season Rising, and, you know, people are trying to act as if it's a pun in that name. But if it was a pun, which, by the way, would make total sense in a way, why wouldn't they have put the Rising in quotes at the very least, or something like that, just to make it seem like it actually makes sense and give it a little bit more sense to this entire thing, instead of trying to just kind of paraphrase that the new Ninjago season is coming in other words. You know, it just kind of gets very, very confusing. So I completely went against what the community was saying at that point, because I personally believed it was totally stupid, and I just didn't believe in that at all. But on Twitter, essentially, I have come across a few things. Number one is that the URL here, the URL link, says just Rising. Rising, so that could be our first total giveaway as to this season being actually called Rising, and that the entire season title is going to be that. And also, with the second fragment, right, we can see part of the text that is at the bottom of the letter R, I, and S in the Ninjago language, that is, which further backs up the fact that, well, Rising is going to be the name, because obviously R, I, and S, 3 letters found in that word, which further backs this up. Now, with this being said, this whole thing just still seems very, very weird, because why wouldn't LEGO have worded it better? I mean, that's basically a question we're never going to get answered, but it does have to be said, and I feel as though that's where this entire thing falls short, and that's why this was such a big confusion in the first place, because of the simple wording here. I totally understand it if they are going with this whole pun-type narrative here, and are trying to make it like a pun with the season title. At the same time, though, it just seems so odd because of the wording, and the fact that there's not even any quotes around the word rising here to symbolise that. It just seems very, very strange, and I totally get that, and that's what really threw me off at first. But the fact that it says here with the URL that it is going to be called Rising, right, that's a huge dead giveaway here. And it's also worth pointing out that apparently they did do something similar with Crystalized in the Andrew Francis post from last year to further back this up, which may or may not be complete evidence as to this entire thing being actually true. But yeah, I think that's basically just about going to do it here. I know a lot of this was a little bit confusing, and a lot of it just comes to Lego, to be honest, just wording it completely stupidly. But yeah, I think that's basically just about going to do it from me here. Just wanted to talk about some of these new rumours with the whole Ninjago season title being called Rising. For now, that's kind of what I'm going to be going with, I think. Not sure if I'm going to switch out the titles for Rising just yet. Time will tell, I guess, and we'll also find out more once we get some of the more fragments revealed to us with the season title. But yeah, that's basically just about going to do it from me here, so hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Hopefully this also cleared up any possible confusion you guys may already have. But with all this being said, again, that's basically going to do it from me here. Hopefully you guys did all enjoy it, and if you did enjoy it, please do feel free to leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X YouTube channel for more, and hit the notification bell so that you watching this right now, yes, you behind the screen there, you can be the first to keep up to date on all things Ninjago right here on the channel. Oh, and also, please feel free to leave any of your own personal thoughts and opinions on this down below in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But with all of this being said, I will catch you all very, very soon for my next video. Goodbye, everybody. See you all soon.